Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say Gosso, the remix.
DMB, Tuck Spice, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time within it took a love fun eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the train station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. And now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess, such a beauty, I'm impressed. And I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from the planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty, I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. If you touch as a breeze at night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tie. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money, you seen her? Hot Ice, have you seen her? LP, have you seen her? Bites, I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look,
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace up with presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just
that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Man of Prestige. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. Today is what? Tuesday? I guess Tuesday, the 23rd of January 2024. We have a big show today. But when I say big, I don't mean long. Okay, we're gonna try to keep the time today. We're trying our best to keep the time. Anyway, how on a day? Mo Fresh, what's going on? Hello, how are you? Welcome back. Shout out to all my sponsors. Really quickly, let me just do a quick shout out to my sponsors. Mo Fresh, of course, and we have Adesua, we have Film Girl, we have Open Floor by Tima, Show Mama, Gores Corner, D Love, Yes TV. Shout out to all of you guys. Today we are looking. We do expect that we will have some kind of a sponsor today. Let me see here. All right, perfect. Just want to make sure that I don't block my own ears here. All right, so our goal in January is $300. Right now we're up to $277.96. Shout out to everybody that's hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing. That's how you can help us. Share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. So that's $277 up from $273 from last time. I didn't have a chance to update that, but that's what's going on. But thank you so much for always being here and being supportive of the platform. We do have some topics to cover today. We will talk about EDOCHIE. We'll talk about Harrysongs, the person on the thumbnail. Okay, we do have some conversations around that. We're going to respond to some comments, and hopefully we can extract some lessons today. But if you're wondering, my name is Ola, and I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. And what we do here is we talk about relationships. We extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. No matter what the trendy topic is about, I don't care if it's about TB Joshua, okay? I don't care if it's about Jesus. If I'm talking about Jesus, then I'm going to talk about TB Joshua, okay? So for those of you that have been leaving hateful comments all over the place, get your shit together. It's 2024. Clearly, you're disconnected from what is actually going on, and you're definitely not connected to God, obviously. But that's a topic for another day. I just want to say that. But let me let you know right now, if you leave any kind of hateful comments in our chat, the good news is that YouTube does a good job at blocking a lot of those off. But if for some reason it falls through the crack, we're not going to dignify it with a response. We're just going to remove it, okay? And if you have second, third strike, we want to keep the environment safe, If you have second, third strike and you're literally abusing people's father and mother in the name of your own Jesus, that's weird, and we will simply not tell you that. I can say that on this show right now because it's the show. But in the comments, we're just going to simply remove and block you. Okay? And you can just watch, but you will be silenced. Precisely. Okay? All right, so just wanted to say that really quickly. But yeah, you can download the books, about 5 books for free through manofprestige.com. They're extremely valuable books. The newest of them is number 1, Red Flag, and then you have Get My Marriage Back, you have Smart Real Estate Wholesaling, then you have Real Estate Money Secrets, and then you have Digital Marketing Certified. Those are extremely valuable books. No matter what you do, you will find some usefulness in them. Okay, so you go to Man of Prestige to download those books for free, and please feel free to leave us a review. All right. So also we have a new thing here. If you notice, I've been covering some generic topics. All right, that's because some people have been sending DMs. If you're more comfortable sending emails, you can send that email to ask@manofprestige.com. Ask@manofprestige.com is where you want to go. Chia, what's going on? Welcome. Ekabo Sorieto. You can also join behind the scenes conversation at lolanola.com/WhatsApp. All right. So, yes, we do have a big topic. On your way in, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified every time we go live. All right. Turn up your notifications. But we're going to keep it, on time today. Okay. So without any further ado, like I said, hit that like button, okay? I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right. So welcome back. So I wanted to do something special as a warm-up today. I like to do something special for the warm-ups, for those that are early, and of course those that will watch replay later on, they also get to catch this moment. Okay, so I want to ask you a question. If you're watching this live, okay, I want to ask you a question. Me too, I'll consider answering it, but particularly the ladies, okay, I want the ladies to answer this, okay. And it's a question for you, and also if you're watching this as a replay later on, I do want you to try your best to answer it. The reality is that we're in a very, very rough place. Let's talk about the best marriage advice for a woman, right? What would be the best advice? Hello, Paula. How are you, Paula? Good to see you. What would be the best advice you would give a woman when it comes to marriage? The floor is open. It's all yours. Okay. What would be the best advice that you would offer a woman? I want the ladies to go. If you're a man in the background, I guess you could feel free to chime in, but really it's for the ladies. Okay. What would be your best advice personally, especially if you have some kind of experience? What would be your number one advice, particularly for a woman? I'm waiting. And I'm also going to be reading the comments for those that will watch replay later on. I just want to know what your thoughts are. Yesterday we covered that story on that young lady that gave a bunch of advice. She gave advice about like modesty. Forget that modesty thing, right? It's all transactional, so it should be transactional as well. Maybe actually I should replay it again, make it stand alone. You guys remember from the show from yesterday? There's a woman on TikTok. I'm gonna play it right now. Let's just use that to warm up, because there's a lot of things that she said, but a lot of people were relating with what she was saying, and I can't claim that I'm surprised. I'm not exactly surprised. There's been a lot of advice for women lately when it comes to marriage, and I get it. Everybody has some kind of advice, one or two advice here and there, right? So I'm going to play the video again, but I want you to think about it, and think about it, and I want to hear your own advice for. Let's take you back to when you were 17 years old. You would be thinking about, maybe boyfriends and stuff. I don't know, but a few years down the line, it catches up very, very quickly, right? So that's why I wanted to ask you, what would be the advice you would that you would give yourself at 17 when it comes to marriage as a woman? You know, that's what I want to know. All right, but let me play this video shortly, really quickly. Let's just use this to warm up. Please, as you're coming in, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up the notifications. All right, this is what she said yesterday. Oh, sorry, let me.
You are the one who is looking for.
I'll start from the beginning again.
You see these two couples here? All I see is transactional 101. You are the one who is looking for love. You are the one who is looking for somebody that will marry you for who you are. Men are not built like that. I have told you people, stop watching Nollywood, stop watching Bollywood.
I like that.
You will not hear. You think it's all about modesty? You did not see the powerful women? Your eyes so clear. Modesty without wealth is what? Poverty. Modesty without education is what? Poverty. No man is going for your filthy modesty if you cannot offer anything. Are you there? Men have been standing on business from time immemorial. It's not going to stop today. Marriage for young men is much more than modesty and love. You got to support. You got to bring something to the table. If you cannot bring something to the table, your family has to bring something to the table. Or your passport has to bring something to the table. Hey, somebody say amen. This particular move is common among young men who are trying to start a family. They are not going to go for your praying warrior ass if your family is not well to do, or if you yourself, you are not like a PhD or BSc holder. You see this Moses case now, dual citizenship don't show for them. At least you're not going to carry Nigerian passport worker. And our brother, at the other hand, I'm very sure that his wife is also a dual citizen. What happened? 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Oh, it's because they shut up. See, when it comes to marriage, men only involve themselves in transactional relationship. You are the one that is looking for love. Who sent your daddy? Wake up, come off it. I just pray say make Kunle no mess up. Because connection don't dig ground. Financial support is going to sure. Oh, modest girls are winning now. Are you from a wealthy family? No. Do you have a dual citizenship? No. Are you highly educated? No. So you do not have these 3 qualities.
Welcome, D-Love.
For somebody like Mrs. Bliss. You are looking for somebody like
Jesus.
You think it's about modesty? It's much more than modesty. Oh, I can never be with a man who asks me what I bring to the table. You do not need to ask these females, these their wives, what they bring to the table, because it's obvious what they can offer at the table. And most importantly, to
not
the
the
men
table.
who are feeling pompous and feeling special, that, oh yeah, modesty. Come here. Are you aware that you can never be in a relationship with this kind of women and still be the head? Only possible. Oh, more worship one. Oh, miss out. You don't want to lose. You don't want to fuck up. All those behavior of you calling your woman, where are you? Come home. Bring my kids home. I don't want to see my kids outside.
Okay, now she's giving advice to
men. These are
men.
not the kind of women you can try that nonsense with. I think enough is a word for the wise, or a word is enough for the wise. Pick your own and do what you like with the information. Thank you. You see these 2 couples.
All right, so I guess our advice is to never settle for less, or I guess add value to yourself. You know, we can't really we can't hate on that overall advice that she gave, but the poison there is the transactional thing, and it's not about love. Those are very small poison that are much more powerful than 80% of the content that she gave. But you know, work on yourself. Would that be a number 1 advice for women? You know, it's a good advice. You know, I'm not sure if that's the number 1 advice though. You know, but let me read this. Chia says, if marriage is strictly transactional, it is not sustainable at all. What if all of a sudden, wherever you're bringing to the table is no longer available because life happened? Exactly. And that is inevitable. Something is going to happen. And whatever you brought to the table in the beginning, there's going to be more required of you. More of the internal stuff is going to be required of you as time goes on. The further you go into the future, the more you're going to be required of something more internal and nothing aesthetic or materialistic in, you know, or status. All that stuff is they can only last for so long, you know. But I see Mo Fresh also gave some here. Mo Fresh says, so someone you see or someone you see yourself able to key into his plans. Okay, I like that. I actually like that very much when you said into his plans. In this Indomie generation world, people have a hard time really comprehending that, because it's almost like you're telling a woman to become a subordinate to a man. And honestly, it's none of that. It's just the way things work. It's your best point of leverage to become greater and greater and greater. That's just how we're set up, right? So I like that, to key into his plans part. But I like when you say someone you see yourself being able to key into his plans, someone who has your best interest at heart. Because as a woman, it's only easy to submit to a man who puts you first. Now, that second part where you say somebody who has your best interest at heart, most people are in the beginning thinking they're getting with somebody who they feel has their best interest at heart. But you know, people's true colors show up over time, right? And then I'm also looking at, let me see, even rat and cockroach is giving advice, and this small poison that will pollute every damn good thing she said. So it's rubbished 80% of the good things. Yeah, exactly. And you're going to see a lot more advices like that coming on social media, and you want to be very, very careful. And that 80% will make absolute sense. Like, you will see everybody agreeing, and you will even have a hard time disagreeing, because you're like, well, I don't, you don't want to disagree with everybody else, right? Well, it might not be a bad idea to disagree with everybody else. If everybody else are creating bad results, maybe it's not exactly a bad idea to disagree with them, right? So everything she said are facts in terms of what people are doing. They are going into relationships with that transactional mindset. Well, majority of them they're either ending up in divorce, or they're ending up in a situation where they have to manage for the rest of their life. They are enduring, right? So is it really working? No, it's not, right? Even though she tried to claim like it's men that are wired that way, there's a place for that conversation of men being wired in a transactional way. Men are calculative in terms of, they're thinking more so, like, what's in it for me? That's actually every human being. But there's a mindset, but there's also, you actually try to act that out in every action, right? So ultimately, it's a terrible advice. Someone has finally said it. You see a whole man here. It says someone has finally said it. Okay. And her name is Rachel. She said, thank you, sir. She probably really just enjoyed. I'm so sorry, Rachel. I know you enjoyed this viral moment, but nah. Somebody said Tiwi is related to Otedola. Make everybody just they play. No. And somebody asked, Gorex asked a question here, and I've seen a few very wise people also ask the question, like, just because you're related to a rich person doesn't mean you're rich, by the way. So points end up in the poto discombobulated. This one said the rich attract the rich. Una think say na sister Amaka from Imo State he for marry. Yeah, it's not relevant to what creates successful. I'm not sure if she's giving advice exactly. I guess it's kind of an advice, but it's whatever, man. But what we're looking for here is, what is the number one best advice? What's the number one best marriage advice for women, right? So marriage, so let's just assume you're inside marriage, or you plan to be inside of marriage. It's what we're looking for. And we also add this basketball
marry
smart.
a kind.
Remember Basketball's wife, right? She said, marry a kind man, right? That was her advice. Let's try it again.
Marry a kind man. Because when you do, if and when he decides to cheat, unfortunately, he knows to consider you.
All right. So this was another one. We covered this in detail in other videos. You can go find them. Just search for Basketball on our page. You'll find it. But she said, marry a kind man. I wish she had ended it right there, right? Also, the other sister, the other auntie, I wish she had ended it at, work better on yourself. I don't know what you bring to the table. Just make sure you are adding value to yourself. If she can end it right there, but everything else is like, but that's how she felt. And literally millions of people feel the same way. Okay, it's no wonder. Anyway, I agree. So then this brother kind of addressed it and said, hey, what you focus on expands. He said it some type of way. Let me just play it,
In the sense that while he's doing his shit, he will never let you find out because he knows that it will hurt you. He will never disrespect you. He will never put you in a situation or situations where you are constantly humiliated or embarrassed.
Now, in case you don't know, this is Basket Mouth's ex-wife. And in this video, I think she was trying to give a clue of what really happened in their marriage. But there was something that she said here that really caught my attention. A good man, even when he's cheating, he will not allow you to find out. He will not allow you to know and all that. Now, women, I just want to ask a very simple question. Have we now settled with the fact that our husbands can cheat? That there is nothing wrong with a man cheating as long as he doesn't let us find out? Is this something that we have now given consent to and that we are now okay with it? I just want to know, because one thing that I have said continuously is that somehow what you build your mind upon gradually becomes your reality. Whatever it is that you permit or you are satisfied and comfortable with gradually becomes what now begins to happen to you in reality. I know many people will come to my comment section and say you cannot stop a man from cheating, a man will always cheat. But
there you have it. What you decide to focus on becomes your reality. Those are absolute facts. I rarely ever use the word absolute to make a factual, what I claim to be a factual. I don't even like doing that. But those are absolute facts. What you focus on ends up becoming your reality. Another way that I usually say that is that what you fear the most, you attract what you fear the most, right? So I think that's a good advice. Is that the number one advice? So again, now we have how many? 3, right? We have add value to yourself, right? With a little sauce of transactional, right? And then we also have what's the second one? Marry a kind man, but then she had it on just in case he decides to cheat. I was like, why would you do that? Anyway, and then this gentleman is saying, like, listen, what you decide to focus on will expand. And the additional context I will add on to this is that it's tough to not focus on your negative experiences if that's what has taken a stronghold over your brain, your mind, your emotions. It's very hard to not focus on defending, protecting yourself. It's just very hard. And that makes things super even more difficult as time goes on, right? So it's easier said than done to ask people not to focus on the negative experiences they've had. This is why we ask people to heal. Make sure you go through the healing process. If you don't collect a couple of breakfasts, you've already given some breakfast, you need healing, because you will always naturally reflect back on those negative experiences, because clearly it wasn't good. Oh, we both decided we should go our own way. We just decided that we should go our own way after because what? Tell us the what? Why were you...
Why are you running?
Okay, you were not running, but who was running? Somebody was running from something, and it's usually for a reason, okay? And either you admit it or not, it's going to rear its ugly head and show up in your next relationship if you don't go through proper healing, okay? So that's another advice there. I think there's another one here that I wanted to play. I'll be saving stuff on TikTok here, and this is another advice here.
My money was my money. My husband's money was our money. Let me tell you one of the biggest battlegrounds.
Money.
Until you settle the money issue, you've not settled your marriage. As long as your money is your money, you will not have peace in that marriage. When we first got married, my money was my money and my husband's money was our money. But my husband has a very keen sense of justice. So when we first got married, I wasn't working. He was the one working, so there was no issue. Then when I got my first job, first paycheck, I said, I just went to VW, I'm buying my car. He said, oh really? So we got home, he said, is your car? I said, yeah. From what money? I said, from my money. He said, what money is that? I said, my salary. He said, hey, it's your salary. I was thinking, is that a trick question?
So why, Mini?
Of course it's my money. Who went to the office and worked for this money? He said, we have a very simple way we can work this. Your money can be your money and my money can be my money. Or all the money can be our money. So I thought of it well and I said, this man's money is more than my money.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
All right. So I guess our advice is that, make sure your money is our money, But like she said, she had a little caveat there, right? That man's money was much larger than our own money. So it's only natural for her to say, let me think about this thing well. Anyway, let me see here. There's a brother here that's going to give us advice here. Let me see what he says. I want to see what you guys think about this.
To all the married men out there right now.
Oh, it's advice for married men.
You are in a sexless marriage. You are in that situation right now where we say you are asking your wife for sex right now for like 6 months. She never give you pomo.
Yes.
You they beg for 6 months. Now she they use the pomo. They punish you.
Yeah.
My brother, go and get a side chick. Call me. I have a side chick.
All right. So I guess his advice is that if you don't give that man pomo, somebody's advising them on TikTok to go and get a side chick. That's advice for men. Maybe on the day we cover for men. Let's focus on the ladies for today. There's an advice here. Let me see, by I guess a pastor, some kind of pastor.
I know you people are getting married today. Your emotions are on the rampage. You'll be shocked. After 6 months, after 1 year, you'll discover that even intimacy is responsibility. All these things that demons are whispering to you, hey. When after a few months it will go down, you'll be normal. You will discover that it's not kiss, peck, and hug that will keep his love for 40 years. The only thing that can keep him loving you for 40 years is submission. Because in 40 years' time, your face will not look like this. Even if you put a whole bottle of powder, the face will be sagged. What he will be looking at will not be your face. In 40 years' time, what you'll be looking at is not your chest. In 40 years' time, what he's looking at is not your lap, it's your submission. That's why the Bible said, let the countenance of meekness. There's something on your inside that the older you grow, the brighter it becomes. Your face will fail you. Everything you are looking about your physical feature will fail you with age. Age will make sure of it. And the day we come,
age will make sure of it.
But the reason your husband will love you more and more 40 years later
Why
is
so
because
harsh?
something sparkles from your inside. It's called submission. And the more you submit, the
Natty,
sweeter
welcome.
the relationship will become. It's a
Marriott,
law
welcome.
of oneness in the spirit. And then when he came to the
And
husband,
Timilade, welcome.
they gave him a law. It's the law of death. He said, as Christ loved the church and gave himself. And so you can buy her flower, which you must. You can talk to her kindly, which you must. But the way the Bible recommends that you should love her is through sacrifice.
No, so it's already given the his own advice. So I don't know if you guys caught his advice. His name, Apostle Michael Orokpo.
I know you people are getting married today. Your emotions are on the rampage. You'll be shocked. After 6 months, after 1 year, you'll discover that even intimacy is responsibility. All these things
So intimacy is responsibility.
that demons are whispering to you, hey. When after a few months it will go down, you'll be normal.
He said demons are the one whispering to you when you're in love. You're like, you're in love. Those are demons.
You will discover that it's not kiss, peck, and hug that will keep his love for 40 years. The only
It's not kiss, peck, and hug that will keep his love for 40 years.
thing that can keep him loving you for 40 years is submission. Because in
Submission is the only thing that can keep him loving you for 40 years.
40 years' time, your face will not look like this. Even if you
In 40, because, he didn't put because, but let me help him. He said because in 40 years, your face will not look like this.
put a whole bottle of powder, the face will be sagged. What he will
The
be looking
face
at
will
not
be
your face.
sagged.
In 40 years' time, what he'll be looking at is not your chest. In 40 years' time, what he's looking at is not your
He
lap.
will not be looking at your chest in 40 years. This is advice for this marriage advice. We're looking for the best marriage advice for women, okay? I do have one already. But, let me just go through some of this advice.
Is your submission. That's why the Bible said, let the countenance of meekness. There's something on your inside that the older you grow, the brighter it becomes. Your face will fail you.
Your face will fail you. That thing will just be sagging like this. Right? Jesus.
Everything you are looking about your physical feature will fade you with age. Age will make sure of it.
He said age will make sure of it. Jesus. I don't think human beings really pay attention to how much collection they have for this lifetime, Sha.
Sorry, yo.
He said age will make sure of it. Such a harsh reality.
And the day will come, even powder will become a body. But the reason your husband will love you more and more.
Say a day will come, even powder will become a Jesus. What about pancake?
It's later. It's because something sparkles from your inside. It's called submission. And the more you submit, the sweeter your relationship will become. It's a law of oneness in the spirit. And then when it came to the husband, they gave him a law.
Let's hear the husband. Let's just hear
as
it.
Christ loved the church and gave himself. And so you can buy her flour, which you must. You can talk to her kindly, which you must. But the way the Bible recommends that you should love her is through sacrifice. Sacrifice. And the way that Hughes painted it, oh, what a blessing. Before he gave man the one.
All right, so keep in mind, one is sacrifice, one is submission, right? Right? Which one do you think is greater? Which one do you think requires more of you? One is submission, one is sacrifice. Are those the same thing? Are they synonymous? Right? I wonder. But let's keep on. Let's go on.
In the Garden of Eden, he slew the man and the man slept. That means only dead men can be husbands.
He said, damn, another harsh reality. Only dead men can be husbands. I mean, that takes on a whole different lot, like a whole bunch of meanings in my head when he said it. All right, so I never expected it. I did not expect this topic to take on this kind of life. Never expect it. Anyway, so we're talking about the number one best advice for marriage. Number one best marriage advice for women, right? That's what we're looking. That's what we're searching for. I think I'll find one. Obviously, there's no one single advice that's going to just carry everything. Obviously not, right? So it is what it is. So there's going to be a couple of advice, especially if you're dealing with Nigerians. Nigerians have advice for days, as you can imagine, right? Yep, they do. Nigerians, they have advice for days. So, but let me see. Hold on. Let me see something here. Where is okay. So we're looking for the number one advice. That's what we're looking for. Let me see here. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let me see what you guys are saying before I come to what I said. I see that Mario says so much advice, always marriage. Nigerians don't have other things to think about. Listen, marriage is a powerful part of our society. It's basically that one little small container that creates a lot of people's character. So it's very important that we keep talking about it. But more so from a relationship standpoint. People need to learn how to do relationships. Clearly, people are struggling. Mo Fresh says, as Christians, when God requested men to love their wife and women to submit, right? So that love, when we say love, it means sacrifice. So anytime you hear yourself say love is not enough, right? We're talking also about giving. We're talking about something that's synonymous with giving, sacrifice, right? We're talking about something that's synonymous with your idea of God, who doesn't really punish you according to your atrocities. Like he gives so much mercy, right? So much grace, right? Favor, like unmerited favor, like literally uncountable, right? So that's that kind of sacrifice we're talking about. As in, like, you know, if a man comes here now and he start complaining about women, very fast I'll tell him, Baba, calm down. What's wrong with you? Stop. You sound like a bitch. Stop. Wait, so men can't talk anymore? No, you can't. Shut the hell up. Right? That's actually the nature. And some people say that's not healthy. I say, well, if it's public, it's absolutely healthy for me to tell him to shut up. If we're dealing with a situation where he's asking questions and he's engaging coaching, he's engaging wise counsel, of course we're not going to tell him to shut up. That means in the first place he knows how to go and seek help, right? Which is a very difficult thing for men to do, especially Nigerian men. They think when they when they have to say I don't know something, that is a problem. And that's not a problem. But of course, you have to learn how to read a room. But I digress, right? But sacrifice, submission, I wonder if it's the same thing. That's what I was asking. Not to say it's men we know they give their women momonko. Wala. That's topic for another day. Topic for another day. Temilade says this definition of kindness by Basket Wife's wife is heartbreaking. I pray she finds the healing she deserves. Amen. That was given, right? Yeah. That's the I couldn't have said that any better, Temilade. It's basically just to pray for her. Absolutely. With all due respect. All they do is preach to women. Ew, pig. I have an idea who you're talking about among all those people, but I'm just gonna guess it's not the last pastor. Let's see. Dilo says, now wow, Nigeria advice with light shade to women always. They can't advise without shaming women. Welcome to the real world. This is the society we live in, unfortunately. Love is of God, not demons. Shake my head. He was talking about in love. In love can be of the demons. And demons is not evil. You see, that's Nigerian Christianity stuff. They think demons mean evil, right? Demons does not necessarily mean evil. It just means voices in your head. Oh, you never heard that before. Let me sip on that. TB Joshua followers. Demons is essentially voices in your head. If you disagree, where do you think those voices live? On planet Pluto? It's in your head. Okay? But they are powerful enough to control your life to the extent that you don't even know when to stop with your idol worshiping. Okay? Just in case you don't know. That's the power of demons. It's all in your head, but it's very powerful. Okay? So when you're in love, the reality of in love experience is that it's a beautiful thing. But one of the reasons why it's so beautiful is because it's short term. Right? The one you have in the beginning is short term. All of that will be tested. All of that will literally disappear. 2 years or less. You have to build something a lot more stronger on a stronger foundation. Okay? You have to build what I call the real love. Okay? It's in the book. It's in the Get My Marriage Back book. This is not counseling. This is at their wedding celebration where the wahala. You see, timing is key. But some of them don't know. I've seen people preach on Father's Day and just started throwing all of the fathers under the bus. Like, wait, it's Father's Day. You're supposed to be celebrating us. Okay. They actually do that more so on Mother's Day. But Father's Day, we kind of already know, like, we're probably going to get socks, But socks and singlet. It's all good. We receive it with love. But a woman can only submit to love. Or submit to, we can use it interchangeably for the sake of this conversation. Sacrifice, right? Sacrifice. The man should love his wife first, just as Christ loved the church first. Please, can't expect women to submit to nonsense care. Rada. More fresh. I can picture your mouth saying rada. Mario say, that is all. We AF suffered. We have suffered. That's what you're getting from this. Chia says sacrifice equals to submission. In so many ways, I think it's essentially, the same thing, especially within the context of marriage. But I can see how some people might argue against that. Sacrifice requires you. Sacrifice is not a function of anything else. Submission is a function of the man, how the man moves. That's just the reality. We're not talking about Bible now. We hello, those in the back, the lame ones. Gentlemen, come forward. Not the lame ones. Gentlemen, come forward. Sorry, come forward. Okay. Submission is a function of how you move. She does not decide submission. You decide submission. But you also decide sacrifice. You decide sacrifice. You decide submission. She does the submission, but it's actually you that decides it, depending on how you move. Sacrifice, you decide that as well. Men have suffered so much on a man's shoulder. This is why they are buying left and right. You don't let them rest. I know. I'm sorry. What would you rather be, a woman? I'm sorry. Okay, now there are tools, there are skill sets you can learn to make it a lot more easier for you. Okay, and you might be able to tap into the advice, the number one advice I will give the ladies today. It might actually help you. Evil voices in the head are demons. So Oyibo people have all kind of specialty names for them too. They come in all kind of shapes and forms. Some of them, you see them on the streets in Nigeria, naked, walking around. And you say, somebody did something to them. Like, yeah, sure, I'm sure somebody did something to them. But they also have sickness of the head. Socks and singlet. Did I lie? I did not lie now. I did not lie. Yes, the one at the back. Yeah, so the number one advice, there's so many advice. If you listen to many of the advices that you've heard today, I think the best of all of them is still like none of those advice. If there was a number one advice, like all of those advice are good, and I don't think the pastor was putting in any direct order, right? They realize the truth is that when a man is sacrificing for his family and he moves like a man, right, he will not struggle with submission, and he will not tolerate anybody who is not really aligning with his program, and he's not going to have to say it. It'll just be obvious, if he has to say it, then he's clearly tolerating it. Having to say I need submission, you're tolerating lack of submission, and you clearly don't deserve that submission. And there's about 5,000 other facts that I really want to put to that, and all of them are your fault. But I'll leave it alone. This advice is not for men, it's for women. Okay. A lot of people, the woke ones might want to talk about things like communication, mutual respect, shared goals, quality time, independent, right? Independence, patience, and forgiveness, teamwork makes the dream work, partnership. I want a partner. Right? Listen, the reality is that you do have a partner already if you're married. The question is that a good partner or not? Do you have a partner who knows what they're doing or not? If you have a bad partner, that's your partner. Just like I'll tell you, you have a bad wife who is just evil, that's your evil wife. Same thing. I'm sorry, but you need to acknowledge that first, and then we can see if we can fix it. There's a lot of advice you can get out there, but I think the number one advice is to take care of yourself. Okay, the number one advice. So again, man, you can borrow from that too. You deserve self-love too, or self-life. Okay, the number one advice, marriage advice for women, is to take care of themselves. They often forget to take care of themselves. When I'm talking about taking care of yourself, I'm not talking about the Gucci shoes. I'm not talking about what kind of bag what bag are you using these days? Coach bag, Vladimir bag, whatever bags you're using these days. I'm not talking about any of that stuff, right? I'm talking about take care of yourself emotionally, mentally. Okay, take care of yourself emotionally and mentally. If you do that, okay, I think everything else tends to fall accordingly in line. Everything else become a lot more easier. Okay, and also you probably that doesn't have to cross lines with tolerance. There's tolerance, there's low levels of tolerance, there's also taking care of yourself, right? Just because you're taking care of yourself does not mean you're tolerating nonsense, does not mean you're not able to tolerate giving some grace. That's it actually make it super easier for you to give some grace when you take care of yourself. You have enough to give when you take care of yourself. Self-love. Okay, so if you notice in anything I talk about here, we're always talking about relationship. That's what we're always looking for, right? But what is the first on this list, right? What's the first on that list? Gentlemen, borrow from this. This is also true for you. Okay. Marriage is a function of the people in it. If you have a marriage with a bunch of with 2 trash people, or at least 1 trash person, the marriage will be trash. Okay. So can you guys retype that back in the comments? What is the number 1? What's the best advice? What's the best marriage advice for women? Can you retype into the chat? Let me make sure you guys are hearing me. What is the number 1 best marriage advice for women? In the chat. Let me see. There has to be partnership in order to submit. Some men cannot process that. They feel like it has to be separate. Yeah. But this advice is for you ladies. Keep that in mind. This is for you. This is something you need to do. All right. You need to do it while you're single. You need to do it when you're married. You need to do it if you are already divorced. If you are divorced, you might be, if it's fresh, you might be confused even with this. Some people might tell you you're divorced because you're selfish, and you're like, but self-love, and they're like discombobulated ideas everywhere. The key thing here is that nobody really wants you if you're not taking care of yourself. That's the fact, and this is true across the board, but particularly for you ladies that care about marriage and you want to do it properly, if you take care of yourself and you always lead with that, you will have enough to give. Thank you, MoFresh. MoFresh is the only one listening in real time. Take care of yourself. All right. And self-esteem, whatever you're doing to take care of yourself, make sure that self-esteem is a product of that. There's a lot of people taking care of themselves, and the self-esteem is getting shot and shot and shot and shot. It's getting worse and worse by the day. And the more they buy, the more they do retail therapy, the worse it gets. If the product of your idea of taking care of yourself is lower and lower self-esteem, you need to check that. That's going to backfire. It's going to get worse and worse. It's a vicious cycle. Okay? It's a vicious cycle. All right, so that's my number 1 advice. Everything else can follow. You can give all the advice you want. Add some value to yourself. I guess that's the closest. Add some value to yourself, except with the transactional stuff. Just because you're taking care of yourself does not mean you don't value the idea of giving. In fact, that's when you start to value, because you have enough to give to other people, right? You're not obsessed with give and take, because you don't really need anybody like that. You're just with other people just because, right? Just because. A larger purpose than life, legacy, family, right? You're able to carry that weight because you're not really carrying it. You take care of the vessel first, mentally, emotionally, and of course physically. Okay? Of course physically. All right? So Chinye says self-esteem is everything. I don't trust Chinye. She's probably listening about 20 minutes behind. I was talking to my 12-year-old son about self-esteem the other day. Okay, I think she's listening. Let me see. What did Natsu say? Natsu says, number 1 marriage advice in women: love and take care of yourself, because a man will mimic how you treat yourself, and you cannot give from an empty cup. Exactly. You can take that to the bank. Okay, let's take that to the bank. And if you're watching this and you've been playing along in the comments too later on, I want to know your thoughts around this. If you think prayer is the master key, that's number 1 marriage, I'm not hating on you. I'm with you too. Okay, either one. But just share your own comments in the comment in terms of if you're watching this as a replay later on, and then we'll talk more about it as time goes on. But I think this was a much needed session, because I think a lot of people struggle with this, and a lot of people also, it's not always obvious. That pastor talked about responsibility. He talks about responsibility, and intimacy becomes a responsibility. When you take care of yourself, you actually you want to have sex more. Listen to this. Oh my God, somebody did not hear that. Those of you in the back, if you take care of yourself, the chances that you will want to have more sex will increase dramatically. Okay, dramatically. Okay? Does that make sense? Please, let's be careful with all the kind of stuff you're listening to out there. Okay, we don't all have it, but this one, okay, this one right here is number one. Okay, but we'll continue to learn. We'll see how much you can learn more. All right, I'll see you in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. We are starting a new ministry. We don't start a new ministry, yo. Yay. Who's ready for this? How many people are ready for this? If you are ready for this, say yay. Who's ready for the new ministry? If you're not ready, say no, I'm not ready for this. Listen, if you're not ready, this is all yours, because this guy is not going to stop. He is not going to stop. True Salvation Ministry. True Salvation Ministry. I'm waiting for your reactions before I continue. True Salvation Ministries. Let me see. While I'm waiting for your reactions, I am eating adun. I'll be fat by October. My spinach is still in the bag in the fridge. Keep up the good work. What are you guys talking about? Losing weight? Who's losing weight here? Let's see. I guess I gave myself last year or April of this year to lose my. Why are you losing your stomach? What is wrong with your stomach? You guys are so late to the party. Your reactions are like 30 minutes behind. Let me see. Oh Lord, here we go. Now, I'm just interested in the comment. I'm interested in the comments. You know, there's not much I can. But you know, EDOCHIE is it's a gift that keeps giving. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You have a new first lady in town, obviously. The first lady himself. Listen, don't hate on this guy, okay? Remember, before he started breaking the news about polygamy, he actually made an announcement that he was being called by God. He was called by God. Remember that? Do you guys remember that he was actually called by God before he decided to go the polygamy way? But now this polygamy know they work. How many people remember I said this guy is not a polygamist? I will keep reminding, I told you so, but anyway. Yeah, it's now second wife ministry. I be wanting waiting be his name. He no be Juju be that. Now the same question I ask. Yul is trying to be the next Papa G.O.
Not be Juju be that.
I'm just here for the comments. I'm going to look at it. Pelvic Ministries. Jesus. Why? Marriott. Jesus Christ. I laughed my ass off when I saw Summer's show about his damn ministry. Oh, Summer already covered it, huh? Yul is looking for where to get his next paycheck. Listen, these people are not messing with him. The corporate is not. They're not messing with him at all, and that's kind of sad. I kind of predicted that as well. Maybe I shouldn't have predicted it. Maybe it's not my fault. Okay, sorry. I never call myself a prophet. I'm not TB Joshua. I'm not Prophet TB Eton. So I'm just looking at what was playing out in real time in front of my face. Confused men and watermelon deliverance services. Jesus. Judy the Mama G.O. Yes, you have a new Mama G.O. now. I guess his church will be a YouTube church. They carry God, they play. Now Daddy Freeze the second. The convener of True Salvation Ministry. You can't make this shit up. Jesus Christ, Nigerians. No, Ola, that was after the polygamy. Was that after the polygamy? Was that? Are you sure? He announced to be a pastor after the polygamy announcement. I lost the timeline now. Listen, I'm not trying to keep up with this guy. I'm just gonna take it as a common real time. Okay. Yeah, he's a lover boy. Absolutely. Marriott remembers. Oh my gosh, she remember. She remember. Oh, Marriott remember. Oh. Yeah. This man is a lover boy, absolutely. But you know, Nigerian lover boys, sometimes they camouflage under the I'm a player thing, but they're not really a player. If they were a player, they will do polygamy with their full chest. They won't hide behind the scenes to cheat, right? Anybody who is hiding behind the scenes to cheat is not exactly a player. You want to know a player? They say, hey, I'm a 2, 3, 4 women type of man, just so you know. Or at least they won't proclaim exclusivity for you. You kind of know how they move, unless you're lying to yourself. But Nigerian people that call themselves players, they also tend not to. They don't want to get caught. That's not being a player. Okay. Now for him, he got caught and then he tried to flip it. Let me just come out with my full chest and tell them about my beloved son from my second wife. And never mind my first wife. We'll get there in a second. But for my second wife. That's how this guy has done the collect for the last 2 years. So even he's acknowledged us in recent times. Premium. And sadly, he lost a beautiful son, 15, 16 years old, in the middle of all that drama. It's crazy. D-Law say Yule is just trolling us. I bet it is. I think it was called. Are you trying to say you don't believe it was called by God? Stop it, D-Love. Yes, it's afterwards. So it's afterwards. Interesting. I'm not giving up, man. You haven't gone to pastoral school. How the hell are you going to be pastor? Nigeria, 99.999% of Nigerian pastors did not go to any pastoral church. What pastoral church did TB Joshua go to? I know he was an evangelist in Celestia before or something like that, but just in general, even across all the Pentecostal church, they didn't go to no pastoral school. They just say, hey, you look like you can speak in tongues. You're our next pastor. That's the way it works. Hiding behind the scenes to cheat with someone's wife. Bambiala ministry. Jesus Christ. I was going to get to the salvation ministry. Nahim needs salvation care. Funny thing is, people will actually attend his so-called salvation, even if it's just to troll him. No. Nigerians will attend that ministry. They will. Okay, yeah, I will go. Let me go to the comment. Okay, let me go to. I'll come back to the chat in a second. Let me go to the comment. So, somebody said, I repeat, there are some people when they leave you. Let me make it bigger so you guys can stay with me here. Let's make it bigger. I repeat, there are some people when they leave you, their anointing of success goes with them. Story of Queen May. Come on now. Take them easy now. Jesus. Take them easy on this guy, I beg. This is one of our brothers still. So somebody said, so like this now, Judith will become Mommy Gio. What a time to be alive on IG. There's nothing stopping her from becoming the next Mommy Gio. Somebody said, a strange woman can reduce a great man to mockery. Clearly, he will see this comment and then he will he's numb. Is it numb or inside the bottle? Which one? Which one do you think it is? Is it numb or is inside the bottle? Oh, there's somebody in the back speaking to me. Oh, I think my screen here is backwards. Sorry. You said it before and you're about to fulfill it. It is time. May he that gave you this call long time ago give you the strength and wisdom to carry through. Let's prayer for the great Yul Edochie, the polygamist. Father Lord, we ask for your blessing upon your pastor Yul Edochie and his family as he diligently prepares sermons to glorify your holy name. Grant him wisdom. Grant him wisdom, inspiration, anointing as he seeks to share your word on his platform. Strengthen him in his ministry and provide him with the strength and guidance he needs. Family, lock in with Yul Edochie on his YouTube channel. Amen. Okay, they're praying for him. Y'all started again. Let me not say anything for now. And these people have verified pages. Jesus Christ. You know they fear the man of God. Touch not my anointed. Touch not my anointed. Somebody said it has finally finished. All church female members, be careful. Come on, gentlemen. Come on. Bro code. This is a good moment for bro code. Where's Brother Ben today? Where's your bro code? He said, all church female members, be careful. Make her laugh in Chinese. Ki. That's how to laugh in Chinese? That is so racist. Jesus Christ. These people, Nigerians. Check my last post. If you're a lover of Yul Edochie, your last post. What do you mean? We don't care.
Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Somebody said, congratulations as you begin your journey in ministry. Somebody said, this guy is not okay. And that's a brother. Come on now. This guy is not okay, and we're all joking about it. Hey baby, how are you? This guy is not okay, and we're all joking about it. He needs help. My pastor, may God bless you more. Some people have. If Odumeje can do it, you can do better. Odumeje don't collect. How many of you listen to Odumeje? Somebody's going to come in my comment and defend Odumeje with their blood later on. Nigerian Christianity is all up in the poto right about now. After seeing some of the comments in my comments, I'm like, these ones are lost. There's no saving any of these people. There's no saving them. Anyway, speaking of Odumeje, somebody that I follow is this girl right here. Let me show you. How many of you follow this person? Do you follow her? Let me see.
Give me.
Look beautiful. You look felon colon. Kanla po yiba felon colon. You know you born na bia. Felon colon. Hey. Yes, Google it. Felon.
She said Google
it. An abuala.
What's an abuala? What's that?
And how much do you give them?
Cause us know 100,000. One as a wine.
Like as a wine.
And I have a general millionaire. More with spiritual wife.
Okay, they say you go to liver.
Yes.
And you give them 100,000.
Yes.
And you people went to liver.
Yes.
When you go to liver, what happened?
Nothing.
What do you do in the liver? You bath there.
Yes.
They bath in the liver.
Yes.
That's
in the liver.
No. It's because
I'm done.
Let your 100,000 look like there's a place they've, about to go in a million. And all they get that wall.
Wait. Is he speaking Igbo to try to convert? What is he doing exactly? This ninja, man. If you defend this guy in my comments, I will block you instantly. I swear.
Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? How
depressed.
Nah, they did Awele for me. Awele.
Awele who?
Awele for success.
To become a rich man.
Yes, sir.
Awele for success.
I think to became a rich. I thought it was a comedian. I didn't know it was Odumeje's voice. I really didn't know for a long. I've been following her for a while. I didn't know it was Odumeje's voice until today. Had not reposted Hakini yesterday again. I'm like, oh, that's good, because I mean I can't listen to Odumeje's for no more than 30 seconds, 15 seconds, okay, unless it's this girl that's doing the cover of it.
Yes, sir.
Are you Awele?
No, sir.
You are an idiot.
Jesus.
Awele Ipopo.
Yes, sir.
Awele.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's leave Odumeje alone. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. We're talking about this Odumeje right here, this one. That's what we're talking about. Let me go back to the comments. Somebody is even typing in all caps here. Okay, the reason why I went to Odumeje is if Odumeje can do it, you can do better. Odumeje, just call it just like that. Somebody say, EDOCHIE, I know you've been expecting my comment. Here it is. Congratulations, man of God. I've always called you that, remember? Welcome to a new season. Wow. I will be there. I bet they will be. Nigerians will be there. They will support him, you know. So now we're just confused. If he's is he an actor? Is he well, the acting is not acting right now, you know. Which one is he? You know, now he's trying to be a pastor at the same time. Is he trying to steal business from Daddy Freeze or something? Anyway, what advice would he give his female church member if one of them asked for his advice on her husband wanting to marry a second wife? He said, allow that man to fulfill his full destiny. Don't block his way. And don't leave him either. Okay, you stay there and you endure. Odogu. Yeah, I probably butchered that, but it's okay. He's trying to pull off a Jimmy Odukoya. Jimmy Odukoya in the same sentence as, I think Jimmy Odukoya is very corny as an actor. His acting is corny. He's not a corny person. His acting is corny, in my opinion. The ones I've seen, okay. It's just the new age Ramsey Noah, in my opinion. Maybe, except, of course, whatever he did in America, he did a Hollywood stuff that is probably very good. But all the Nollywood stuff he did, the one I saw in passing that my wife was just watching recently, nah, bro, stop doing that. Especially now you're a pastor. Please, please, please. What did I say? Sorry, I was doing too much. Sorry. Pastor Odukoya, Pastor Jimmy Odukoya. That's my guy, though. You know. She's so damn funny. She is funny. So he was speaking Igbo and Anambra English. Oh, Anambra English. What is that? Does Peter Obi speak Anambra English? I don't know. You know. But anyway, I'm sure. Let me see something here really quickly. I'm gonna see. Because they people probably feel a little bit more freer to leave comments on Instablog Niger and Instablog Niger and Leader AKJ and the other blogs. You know, they probably feel a lot more safer to leave comments up there. So let me see if I can retrieve some of those. And of course, Auntie Rita had something to say about it. She had something to say about it, of course. Let me see if I can find it. Some people have been dragging themselves all day, but they're not worth our time because we're always looking for lessons here. The lessons with you, EDOCHIE, remains the same. Okay, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. Inherently, there's nothing wrong with it. As an idea, as you say, as a practice by itself. It's just that. There's also certain human behavior that get provoked when you bring in polygamy, and you need to be aware of that. If you're going to practice it, practice with your full chest, and make sure you're a man enough to handle that kind of. If you were a cheater and you were trying to flip a woman into multiple wives, it's probably going to backfire. Okay. If you're not going to be a Ned Okonkwo, Don't do it. Save yourself. Hold on, where's this thing now? Hold on 1 sec. Okay, let me go and try something else. Interesting. All right, so Auntie Rita actually said what did she say? She threw some shades, I guess. Daddy Geo and Mommy Geo, we move. The Wala is new every morning. Jesus. The Wala is new every morning, right? She is relentless, right? Let me see. On a coded level, you loves being the center of online attention. I think he's being serious in a lot of ways too. I think he might be trying to flip the trolling online into just trolling, but I think it means a lot of things he's doing, and it's a mix. Okay. Chinye say, please, Peter Obi cannot be insulted like this. He speaks eloquently. Are you trying to say Anambra English is not eloquent? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what you're saying. Chinye. She says, every damn thing is wrong with polygamy, everything. Listen, you can't say that to a Ned Okonkwo. Okay. You can't say that. What? Okay, I don't follow him. I should just slow down. That I don't really follow Ned Okonkwo and his baby girl like that. I don't. So I can't speak too much. I'm just going by what I see in passing on the blogs sometimes. That's all I'm going by. Okay. But if you guys can tell me more, maybe there's some things I can pay attention to. But it's a rich man that the young girls want to marry, so there's not much I can say to that. Whatever those girls are getting in that relationship, I think they don't mind. Let me see. I'm trying to look for. All right, there you go. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out some other comments because I want to talk about. I'm going to take some few minutes to talk about HARRYSONG, the HARRYSONG drama. HARRYSONG is it's like a passive aggressive drama king, something like that. You know, we're going to talk about that, Sha. You know, but there wasn't much about it. But you know, the comments will tell us more than we need to know. Let me see here. I'm trying to. Okay, I can't seem to find what I am looking for. Okay, they don't care because if you see this story of Yul Edochie is dying off small by small, because if it was before, you will see it everywhere. Basically, you just see it everywhere. So he probably wanted to trend again today, and it's like, nah, you're not gonna trend. Nah, bro. Enough is enough. So maybe enough is enough for us too. But the lessons remains the same. I'm actually struggling here. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay. Let me pull this up. This is the type of in-law you'd want to have in your space. Mommy entered the fake marriage. I'm pretty sure this woman visits those couples in their dreams and torments them. They're talking about Rita, by the way. Auntie Rita Edochie, you are the weapon fashioned against Yul and Judy. You will succeed. Apply pressure. Pressure. Anyway, it's a character. We'll continue to cover Yul Edochie. We'll see what happens. Chinye says, I can say that to a Ned Okonkwo with my full chest. The first 3 or so wives are gone. Also, they are gone. They're no longer there. Are you sure they are gone, or they have their little Playboy toys that they play with on the side? Which one is it? You know. But I'm just going to leave that at that for now. Let's leave some room so we can talk about HARRYSONG here really quickly. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So let's talk about HARRYSONG. HARRYSONG is a guy who is what's the song? Something about reggae blues, right? Da 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 blue, blue. Yeah, that song. Yeah, something like that. I was trying to think like That song, yep. So Harrysong was in the news today earlier on, and I'm going to read a couple of things I wanted to cover here. Unfortunately, his marriage of 2 years, less than 2 years, is packing up. The wife came out on social media and said, "I'm done officially," and that's where our title came from today. Okay, Chinye say yes, they are gone. It's only the Moroccan wife and the actress wife. I thought I'd never followed this guy, but maybe there's some things we can get from that, around the internet. But he doesn't seem like he cares. EDOCHIE seems like he cares a lot more, But I think one of the people that are also fantasizing about the idea of polygamy is this guy right here, HARRYSONG. Okay, there's a couple of things that I saw that made me say that, So there's this report on legit.ng says, "I'm officially done." HARRYSONG's wife cries out days after singer said they have marital crisis. Alexa Gopal, wife of singer HARRYSONG, has shared a message online days after her husband noted that their union was troubled. She reacted online to the online marriage crisis she and her singer husband are experiencing. Legit NG earlier reported that HARRYSONG opened up about the issues rocking their union. So a few days ago, he actually posted something. I will read that in a second too. He asked the public to steer clear of his marital life as it was a private issue between him and his wife. Okay, so sometimes when you say that statement, you say, hey, give us some privacy right now as part of the PR statement, right? It's not usually meant to control the public from having their opinions, but I bet you HARRYSONG probably thought it could control the public. Like, you guys just shut up and not have a comment on my wedding. Like, bro, we will cover this because you're a public figure, and we want to, for us here particularly, we want to extract the lessons. He asked the public to steer clear of his marital life as it was a private issue between him and his wife. Yeah. In a twist to the unfolding drama, Alexa Gopal wrote on social media that she was officially done. Okay, let's see. Alexa Gopal praised for herself. Although Gopal kept her fans in the dark about her cryptic post, she made a prayer for herself in a terse note that read, "God help me." That sounds like God will judge you both all over again. Jesus Christ. Oh, Barry. HARRYSONG joked about the possibility of him marrying another wife when he celebrated Gopal on her birthday last year. Oh. It's just a joke, okay? See Gopal's latest post here. Let me see. Alright, so these are some of the reactions. Okay, somebody said he should go and marry one of the standing boobs and tight ladies at his disposal. Is there something I'm not seeing here? What did this man do? Kiloshi. Somebody tell me, what did he do? Is it just that the marriage is breaking apart? Marriage is tough. Marriage is tough. Why? Because human beings are tough. Actually, marriage is easy if the human being will learn what they need to learn. If they will acquire the skills they need, marriage is super easy. There's a set of skill set. Yes, there is. How do I know? Because I know. All right, I just know. Okay, but let me see here. Somebody else also said most of the so-called celebrities just they marry for fun, so breaking up is inevitable. I almost want to agree with that, but the reality is that if I look at the way this guy was, his conduct when he was fighting his label, 5-star B, Star 5 B, whatever they call them, with the KC and them, his conduct, see how we behave in certain arenas or certain aspect of our life is how we behave in everything else. Okay. You want to know how people behave in their marriage? Just look at how they behave in everything else. You can probably make a good judgment of character from that, But the key word is still probably. Okay, so don't prejudge people. I'm just saying that you can get some really good clues from how people behave generally in public. Okay. A song where he said every boo get a boo. So now it's a different thing to say that in a song. It's a different thing to be practicing that in real life. But there was some also other articles that I saw earlier. I'm going to go through some of the comments here. Wrong girl, and go find your peace. Sharing good advice. I'm over. That's a woman advising a fellow woman. They said, wrong girl, and go find your peace. Marriage is not for some men. The chats I saw still affecting me. Okay, so there was some kind of chat, a screenshot of a chat that leaked. And, it's going to be, everything I say on this show is alleged because I'm never there. I don't know those people like that. I don't know them at all. Okay, but I'll read that chat in a second. Another comment says, bro, the text he sent to her breaks me. Okay, so that's somebody else saying that as well. It is well, no matter the high rate of divorce in society, I will have the best marriage. Is this a prayer? That prayer, if it does not include work, it will end up in the poto. I'm just warning you, that's all. I'm just warning you. Okay, just so you know, if you pray those kind of prayers and you don't back it up, it will end up in the bottle. Okay. What did I miss here? Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to pull up the article here. Hold on 1 second. All right. So he actually had a baby with this woman. Now, if they were married and they didn't create any baby, things might be a lot more easier to move forward. But they actually created a baby together back in December 2021. So this moving forward is not going to be as simple as, what did she say? I am done officially. It's not going to be that simple, right? So it's going to be a lot more. But HARRYSONG has had some things to say in general about relationships in the past. Like, for example, on November 16, 2023, that's just a few months ago, I'm looking at an article here on Vanguard. It says, stop taking relationship advice on social media. Okay? That's a good advice, I guess. Right? Right? I don't think people actually take advice on social media. That's not really a real thing. People tend to hang out where the rhetoric aligns more with their thought process, and they don't go to places where they can actually get good advice. There's buckets of different communities on the internet. People hang out where their biases are being confirmed. That's the reality. Including here. Okay, we have a few people that are, that's the reality across the board. We have a few people that are learning a lot by coming around and hanging out. But the majority of us, maybe because of something I'm saying aligns with what you're hearing, so you're not really being forced out of your comfort zone so much. I say that out loud so you can be careful with that, and that's why sometimes I'm like, hey, this is this side, but you too. I will do things like that sometimes, but I'm also talking to particular persons, and I think they know themselves. Nigerian musician Harrison Tare Okiri, popularly known as HARRYSONG, this is on Vanguard, as HARRYSONG, has warned people against taking relationship advice on social media. HARRYSONG, in a post shared on his Instagram story on Wednesday, said that such advice is from content creators who are merely hustling. All right. Somebody say, all you need, you sold your soul. Somebody literally said that to me in my comment area earlier on today. Somebody said that. I'm trying to see if I can find it really quickly. I'll read it to you. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me see. Yep, it's right here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Hold on 1 second. I'll find it. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. An interesting comment. Yeah. Let me just say, Hero, your papa. But let me just read this. Somebody said, man of prestige. Hero said, man of prestige, how will this scripture aid you? Okay, somebody said something to the effect. Oh, let me read the comment for you. All right, so I'm just using this to confirm that it is true that this is a hustle. If what they mean by this is that we come here, we're actually, yes, building a business. We just so happen to be adding value to other people at the same time. Something that is very strange to a lot of Nigerian prophets. The only way they can add value onto other people is to predict the future and then discombobulate that person's life for the rest of their lives, disconnect them from their family by telling them that their mother is a witch. Since that's, you know, some of us decide to go another route, you know, like, you know, we can actually help somebody to actually create a better version of the life that they have right now, right? And a lot of people are having a hard time comprehending that. I get it. That's what it means to be brainwashed. That's what it means. Anyway, so somebody came here earlier on about 13 hours ago. Uzotex, your papa too. I'm going to tell you right now, because I know you guys will come back here. He said, Mr. Blogger, if these things are what you do for a living by castigating men of God, that's what they call it, castigating men of God. We covered the TB Joshua story. Then you're gonna end very soon. You're gonna end very soon. You and your social media career, you better watch your steps and trade with caution. How would you reply that? Let me see in the comments. How would you reply that? What's the best way you would reply that? If you didn't see that actual comments, what's the best way you will reply that? Okay. You say, what? We're talking about Harrysong, right? Yeah, we're still talking about Harrysongs, yes. How would you reply that? Thank you, Chinye. If you come to my platform, you leave a comment without watching the video first, and you're abusive, your papa, that's number one. Okay. Number two, this curse that this person just rained here will turn on top of you, not just on the person that put the curse there. Okay, my words are very strong and I should be careful. Okay, let me slow down. I'll slow down. I shouldn't do that. Let me stop. Okay. But how would you reply? Yeah, I won't do it because it will work. It will backfire. Okay. If you leave curses in my comment, if I tell you to backfire, you will literally see it in 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. And it will be all your fault. So I won't say that. Rena, what's going on? Let's keep it cruise. Let's not do that. MOP say you shouldn't even have given him air time, except if I'm making money doing it. Remember, that's why we're talking about it, right? This is a hustle. Not to say there's a lag on the video. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Try this video thing. Now wow. All right, hopefully it's better. Yeah, so I'm just reading the comments. Okay, so that's what the comment says. So the way I replied, of course, because I understand that these words are very powerful. Some of these people are walking around with evil spirits. Okay, so I'm not going to take for granted what they're saying. So of course I replied with a scripture. I said, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and this is their vindication from me, declares the Lord. I rebuke you." That's what I put there. All right. Now another mad person decided to want to come here. I decided I wanted to cover here because I want to use their head to make money. Okay, that's why I'm covering it right now. So the person tagged and said, "Man of Prestige, how will this scripture aid you if you openly choose to break your covenant?" Somebody help me ask this mad person what covenant are signed with their father. Is a question. Okay. If you openly choose to break your covenant with what you are proclaiming to believe by choosing to push a negative narrative of what you clearly already know to not be true. I clearly know that it is not true that TB Joshua committed those atrocities. You see that this person's father is mad. See, I was trying. I really never read it all the way through, but I saw the curses in it. I just came through. But now, this something I know not to be true. This is madness. Okay? But because of the mileage you hope to get, mileage, which I am getting by leaving. If you leave comments here, you're giving me more mileage, didn't you? If you leave comments, you hit the like button, you share this with your people, you're giving it mileage. And thank you. Okay? So because of the mileage you hope to get, you've clearly chosen the path of least resistance to gather some popularity. All right, so I'm looking to gather popularity. All I have to do is, the ladies will support me here. All I have to do is be a Derry Jackson, and I will get probably 10 times faster popularity. But we don't do that here. We're actually doing some good work here, you know. So he says, your heart posture is set on views. My heart posture is set on views, and not the righteousness of God. So you are setting yourself up to sell your soul and drag some people along the way. Drag some people along the way whose hearts are impure from their own torment. Not to did the lag fix. I hope the lag fixed a little bit. I think it did a little bit. Something is going wrong here. I think it might be my cable. I might need to replace the cable. What did I say? How would you reply that? I think you guys said we are prestige. We don't respond to nonsense, right? Anyway, that's true. That's absolutely true. But I thought I'd give that coverage just so you know we're getting comments from mad people, which helps the platform as well. Okay. All right. So now, there's something I wanted to point out here that's very important that I point out. We just have to all be careful, right, on what you proclaim on yourself and what you decide to judge. Do not judge is something I hold dear, very, very dear to my heart. You know, like, there's no need to judge. There's a difference between accountability of, public figures and extracting lessons and judging people. I'm not here to explain that to you. If you don't know the difference, that's all on you. That's your fault. Okay? But to me, there is a difference. That's all I can say about that. All right. So, but he was talking. HARRYSONG was saying, stop taking dating advice on social media. It's from a content creator, Nahosu. They themselves are seeking help. Okay. So HARRYSONG is the kind of person that does not realize that two things can be true at the same time. It's either he doesn't realize it or he knows that already, but he uses that to push a narrative that justifies BS. Okay, two things can be true at the same time. You can add value to other people and you can make money at the same time. In fact, precisely that's what needs to happen. Precisely the only way to make more money is to add value to other people. Okay, the only way to make more money is to add value to other people. Okay, I'll slow down on that because there have been people, the TB Joshuas of the world, that have made a lot of money and took a lot of, like, literally decreased the value in people over time. Okay, but you know what the scripture also said about that, all the way to the fourth generation, right? And their legacy in particular, they will not know rest. Okay, and anybody that follows any kind of man of God, yes, I still call them man of God, but blindly, without doing their homework, they will never know peace. They will continue to walk around social media and be cursing people's papa and mama out. They will never know rest. That's just the reality. Why? Because they are confused. They need validation and they can't stop. It's never, whatever is coming from the inside is never enough for them because there's nothing coming from the inside. Okay, their daddy Jiho has done a terrible job at raising a bunch of zombies, and they are all over social media. Wale Soyinka called them barbarians. Okay, that's just the reality of what we're facing. Okay, anyway, so he said stop taking advice from social media because it's hustle, right? It doesn't make any sense. Shout out to Nezzy, right? She did a video and she talked about Deeper Life back in the days when Deeper Life used to tell people to not watch TV. Literally for more than a decade. Some people are still stuck in it today because even if their pastor, remember what Fato Imbo said? He said, even if God came down and said, tithe is no good, I will tell God that he's wrong. Right? Why? Because he's seen the direct effect of what tithing has done on his life. I guess that's the point he's trying to make. So he would disagree with God. He will basically stop trusting God, that God that said that probably knows what he's doing, and he probably can see further than you, right? Never mind that. Because of the short-term result I'm getting, all this money I'm making, the money that shows up under my pillow when I pay tithe, I will disagree with God. All right, it's all manipulation. That's all that is. Okay, that's all that is. Okay, two things. What I was talking about is that two things can be true at the same time. People can give you great advice and also make money in that process. Okay, if your pastors can do it because you clearly think those are great advice, right? Just pray that the Holy Spirit will open your eyes so you can see the truth. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. If you said that in my comments, you're a didn't. You're slow. I will use a nicer word, but you're not gonna listen. I think you listen to didn't more. Okay. Why? Because you disagree? No, because that's personal. That's your spiritual life. I don't disagree with you if you think when you pray to God that God opens your eyes. I don't disagree with you on that. But it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Anyway, so he goes on. Harrysong is still talking. He goes on to say, married women left her marriage. This was just November when he was talking about this. Married woman left her marriage of 4 years and 2 kids because her husband cheated. And she's now a side chick to a married man. Now progress be that. That's a quote, alleged quote, as reported by Vanguard News from Harrysong. Okay, again, the words that people utter will tell you a lot about them. To tell you most likely everything you need to know about them. Okay. It should tell you most likely everything you need to know about them. Okay. Anyway, let me see here. Chinye, not Chinye, Natu, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said make I get MOP water to drink. You're doing good, bro. Prestige fam, oh yeah, match me. Okay, she's asking that you match her. But thank you so much for sponsoring the show, Natu. I appreciate you. Thank you. So much money. If you want to see inside that throat again, match Natu. We'll take it from there. Thank you, Natu. Let me see here. Wait. Okay. It shows that the people that says that we need to pray for God to open our eyes to the fake pastors shows that they need to say those prayers because their eyes are blind. That's all it is. And I didn't even tell them that. I never told them that. What I did is I made a report and I gave my opinion without touching anything spiritual because I can't speak for other human beings' spirituality. But yet, these weirdos always want to speak on other people's spirituality in the name of defending somebody that they don't really know. You know, they're everywhere. So if I see them, you know, the theme of the year is no grief for anybody. You know me, I'm not following your police story, so I can say that I'm not grieving for anybody. I saw Auntie B saying that earlier on our show, but I can agree with you actually. But I might before I agree with you, you might just, you know, collect small.
Sorry.
Anyway, Harrysong is still talking here. Married woman left her marriage of 4 years and 2 kids because her husband cheated, and she's now a side chick to a married man. Now progress be that. Okay, so she's now a side chick to a married man part, right? That's cap.
Stop the cap.
That is cap. Okay. Is it possible she's a side chick to a married man right now? Yes, but you're missing the first part of the story, and you're missing a whole lot of the story. You're not telling us the rest of the story. There's a good chance he doesn't know the rest of the story. There's a good chance that he's just projecting how he feels. Right? There's a good chance he's just projecting. Okay? No. There's 100% chance he's projecting. Okay? Let me read that to you again. Let me read it to you again. This is what he said, according to Vanguard. Stop taking dating advice on social media. It's from a content creator. Before Uncle. Was there anything profound said in that? The same weirdo who say, "Oh, you sold your soul for views, blah blah blah." They say, isn't that the same thing they do on Emmanuel TV? Now Hosu, they themselves are seeking help. Before Uncle. At least some of us are actually delivering something that's practical, someone can use, right? In their personal, at least rub minds together, get some insights, right? And then it goes on, married woman left her marriage of 4 years and 2 kids because her husband cheated. Yes, that happens all the time. And gentlemen, listen to me. That will continue to happen. Somebody said, oh no, who was that? Emeka. Have you ever seen anybody? Oh, maybe that's what it was. Was it talking about Emeka Ike? Let me see. Maybe it was. And 2 kids. No, Emeka had more than 2 kids, 3 kids. Maybe it wasn't. Right? Before Uncle, what do you expect? You expect that they will stay? Well, your expectations were off. They should just stay and endure. Endure these nuts.
These nuts? Got him! Got him!
That's for you, Chinye. I play that to help you land that point. So this guy, that's a mindset right there. Should people leave their marriage after they get cheated on? I can't say that. It depends. There's so many things that goes into why a person cheats. Should they stay? I can't say that either. There's so many things that goes into why people cheat and why they find themselves in that space. There's so much going on, especially emotionally, that you can't just tell them what to do. The best thing you can do to people that might be going through something like that is to at least listen to them, not generalize and give them stupid generalized, oversimplified prescription. Just stay there because of the kids, because it's family. No, that's not how it works. That person might stay and then show you shaggy. Is that what you want?
Sorry.
Is that really what you want? Because that's happening too. Some people just stay. I stayed because of my kids. But you will never enjoy that woman for the rest of your life ever again.
Sorry.
So this is the mindset of a person that was less than 2 years inside of a marriage. He was making this statement. I mean, it was reported about 2 months ago. 1 month are we here? January, about 2 months ago. And then he comes out to make a statement. Okay. Oh, this guy, man. The mindset is a driving force. Okay. If you're defending prophets you don't know, in the comments all over social media, you cannot have a successful relationship. It's a lie. It can't happen because it's a mindset issue. Wait, are you God? Are you acting God now? You didn't know? Yes, I am. I am a high priest. You didn't read that part in your Bible, right? Oh, really? You did not read that part in your Bible? Huh? Nigerian Christians.
Let the poor
breathe. If you came out on this social media street and you defended a person you've never entered the room where they're having sex or having intimate sessions before, you will never have successful relationships. It will never happen. Right? Now, the only thing they just heard is that, oh, so I should just castigate the man, Abi. See, they can't read between the lines. They're always thinking in black and white. It's either they support the man or they don't support. There's nothing in between. This is precisely why you cannot survive a successful relationship. Could it work? It's not a curse. Okay? It's not a curse. If it looks like it's working, the further you go with that terrible relationship, the worse your breakfast is going to be. A word is enough for the wise. Or a wise is enough for the word. Like that girl said on TikTok. It's a mindset issue. It's a mindset issue. Gentlemen also leaves when their wives cheat in diara. In the mad people. Thank you for always putting that in parentheses for me. Thank you, Jare. In diara. Don't even know why some men like to use that statement as a point of for their bad behavior. Yeah, gentlemen, I'm not judging you if you cheated. I've never done that on this platform. I don't judge you if you cheated. If you cheated, there's more than just you doing the wrong thing going on with that. You clearly did something that's wrong, but there's something deeper than that, than just right and wrong, that made you do what was wrong. Right? That is not an excuse. That's just the reality. A lot of that is probably low self-esteem. A lot of that is probably a man who is not on his purpose. A lot of that is probably a man who doesn't know how to keep a woman happy at home. So you have not collected more in a long time. There's so many things that can go into it. So I can't judge you outrightly for cheating. We can only repeat the same talking point everybody say is wrong. Yes, it's wrong. Okay? We will need to know your story to be able to say anything to that. But I want you to know something. When you do cheat, there is no guarantee that your wife will stay. Just get that in your brain. Just let it marinate. Just know that if I cheat and I get caught, just say, I understand. Let me know if you change your mind, if she needs to leave. If you do this kind of talking point, social media people, and don't come and be leaving your marriage because of a social media advice and stuff like that. If you are repeating that to yourself, Baba, you're basically you are doing shalaye. Your wife already left you. It's too late.
We go explain because no evidence.
It's too late. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that a person will stay with you after you've cheated. Like I thought everybody knows common sense. That one is not common sense. I guess not. So if you're a public figure and you now come and make such statement on the internet, you're telling on yourself. You're projecting. You got caught cheating. And after you got caught cheating, you don't know how to process that. You probably try to manipulate, you try to control, you try to use controlling statements such as, don't leave your marriage because of 4 kids. You're just gonna leave and mess up everything. What about all the money I give you? You just become a Tyrese in this internet streets. And nobody really gives a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Enough women will say, women too should enjoy. Enough women, forget men for a second. Men might even do some, some men that can relate will support that. But there's enough women on TikTok right now that will support you and say, yeah, these women are just living for. They will say it. Actually, they might actually be right too. They might be right too.
Oh, you're right.
But guess what? Your wife left you. That's the reality you have to keep going back to. No matter how many people sympathize with you, all they can do is sympathize with you. They cannot empathize with you. They have no idea what you're going through. They can't help you either because they can't empathize. They can sympathize. And that might soothe your feelings a little bit, make you feel like, yeah, you're such a man. You take care of your family. All you did was just cheating. Once you are caught cheating, there is no guarantee she will stay with you. Just get that in your brain and then you can cheat in peace. If that's what you deem fit, what you need to do as a man to survive the next day, knock yourself out. But please don't come back here and be using that to manipulate people, because me as a person, I will call you out on the manipulation, not on the cheating, but the manipulation part of it. Say, Baba, you're projecting. What happened at home? There's trouble in paradise. What happened? Did you get caught? Okay, think again. Did she see a text message about 3 months ago or something? You thought it was over. You said, I apologize. You moved on, but it wasn't exactly over. Is that what happened? Remember. Try to remember. Try to remember everything. What happened there? Huh? What happened? Do you remember? Oh, no, but she said there was something. Yeah, that's in the past. No, it's not in the past. Did you know? It is not. It is not in the past. It is present. It is as present as they get. Okay? Even if it's 10 years ago. Okay? Even if it's 10 years ago. Yeah, all you did, continue. Men want us to give them so much grace they can't give us. Men give a lot of grace. Let me just tell you right now. Men, if a man is taking care of his family and is coming home every night and he's, men do give a lot more grace than women are ever going to be able to give or realize. Let me say it like that. Not give. Women do give grace. But what I'm saying is that men give more grace than women will ever be able to realize. Let me just put that out there really quickly. Maybe that's a conversation we can have another day, right? Men give a lot more grace than you ladies will ever realize. Okay? And even when they start to question that maybe it's not enough, and they don't know how to ask or to check in or anything like that, they can even get shamed on top of it. Like, you're supposed to be a man. You hear things like you're supposed to be a man. I might even be the first to tell them that, But just so you know, just keep that at the back of your mind. The same thing I was saying earlier, that women can sympathize with men. They can't empathize with men because you have no idea. And you're not supposed to have an idea. You're supposed to just be in your own essence. And we come to you and we just want you regardless. In spite of all the woto, right? And every time you give us a small pushback, it's more strength, Agboto to para saying, right? Agbara lulomuwa. But it's a very complex conversation. But men do give more fresh grace. You know, some of them will never get the rewards of that too. More fresh say you are moving mad and you expect her to stay. Your mind no go touch ground if you continue in bad behavior and keep justifying it. That's the point you're trying to help me with, which you're absolutely correct on that, which is there is no guarantee. You can have some of the, I don't know if there's a legitimate excuse to cheat. You're right.
You're right.
I don't know if there's such a legitimate excuse to cheat, but there's no guarantee that you'll be able to rekindle that marriage ever again. If there's any possibility of such, you must crumble everything down to ground zero. You must go all the way down. You have to rebuild a new foundation. That's the only possible way. Because if you stay in that marriage and she says she's forgiving you, and then 3 months later you're like wondering why is she just moody in the morning, Baba, that's your morning dose of collection.
Sorry.
No guarantee. No guarantees. Okay. But Patrick, how are you, sir? I hope you're doing well. Toby, what's going on? Explain on the men give grace MOP, especially when it comes to this cheating. Men give a lot of grace. If I explain it, you won't even agree. Okay. But men give lots of grace. Lots of grace. Within the family structure, of course. If a man is keeping his home together, let me even tell you one thing. If a man has cheated before in the past and he happens to fall in this same category as this young man, Harrysong, right? If he happens to fall in this same category of a young man and his rhetoric about you shouldn't leave a marriage if you cheated, right? So he will be that kind of guy. Okay, let me explain this more. He will be that kind of guy that will basically say, you already forgave me. He will keep moving. He will keep doing his responsibility as a man, right? He will actually forget all the time. He will actually tell himself that I have not done enough. If he's really if he likes you that much and he's trying to keep his home together, right? But because he's doing it from a place of lack of skills, he might never be able to get you back in that way ever again. An average man is not. They can't do it, okay? Because they will always get caught up in this like this talking point, and every time they do that, they shoot them back 6 months. They have to start from scratch again. Every time they say things like, so you're just going to, because of one time cheating, every time they say something stupid like that or something or even think it out that it shows in their energy, they shoot themselves backwards by 6 months, right? Or if they fake it, okay, the only way to get through this is to acknowledge that I got caught. It is what it is. I got caught, right? And I clearly need that. Let me go do some work and back off of that situation. Take some step backwards. All right? Assume that she's long gone. Assume that you have to rebuild everything from scratch again. Most men can't do that. They will always count. They will start to count, like I said, grace, right? They might count all the tangible things they've done. I did this for you. I bought you. Remember, Emeka, I bought you a house. I bought your mother. Every time they do that, it just backfires. Because it's making them feel like shit inside, right? And then it's also making you feel like, you are thinking of everything she's done, quote unquote, that you're saying she's Sirigun. And then you're saying also that the bare minimum. Is that what you're supposed to do as a man? That's even if you have any time at all to listen to what he's saying, right? So it's a lot, it's a very complex conversation. Maybe we'll see a good story to cover this someday. Men do a lot of bullshit and get offended when we don't take it, but they won't take that kind of BS from us, particularly cheating. If that's what you're talking about, then the society, including women, don't tolerate a man taking a woman back after she's cheated. That's not a man's thing. That is a societal thing. That's something that his sisters, his friends will look at him funny if he dares take her back. Okay? Even her sisters. That's a societal thing, So that's you're not comparing oranges and apples there. Sorry. Unfortunately, not every woman will stay after a man has cheated. It seems to come to a lot of Nigerian men as a shock when their wives refuses to stay. They need to realize everyone has a choice, especially as we move into the new era. People have choices. So if they have that choice, it's all in their face. And like you said, there's enough social media advisors telling them. Somebody said run to Harrysong's wife earlier on. We read that, right? She's gonna see enough of that. But honestly, all those things doesn't matter. If you're a man, if you're able to acknowledge what you've done, and you're able to crumble everything down to a scratch and be patient with yourself, so you can have enough patience to give others, right? It's absolutely redeemable, but it's almost impossible. Why? Because of your coconut head. That's why. Okay. Marriage built on performance base and not on grace base has slimmer rate to survive. That is a fact. That is a fact, Brother Patrick. A man told me that some women cheat in their marriages, but they dare not blurt it out and keep it quiet. Yes, because a lot of men actually have stayed with women who cheated. But obviously that's not the proudest thing you want to come and be telling the rest of the world. Why? Because of society, remember? See, women have a lot of safe spaces on the internet to say, this man cheated on me, right? You know, if there's enough people willing to listen to you, you're open to it, you know, but there's enough people willing to talk about that publicly. When it comes to women, to men, it's the opposite. All right? It's different. It's quite different, you know. It's a different dynamic altogether. But let me go into some of this comments. I'm looking at Instablog Nigeria. Somebody said this generation is mainly on divorce. Ain't getting our forefathers generation type again. All right. That is a lame statement. That statement made without knowing their story. You know, what I was gonna do today is just read like, oh, that's sad. You know, 2 years gone. But me, I know enough that people just don't throw in the towel on their marriage just for no reason. There's a reason. Okay? And we're not talking about fault or guilt or anything like that. We're just talking about there's a reason. Something was wrong. Maybe not you, but something was wrong. People just don't throw in the towel and say, I'm done officially just because it feels good. No. That will be cap. Okay? That's what a lot of these statements will basically insinuate, but it's cap.
Stop the cap.
All right. So when somebody says this generation is mainly on divorce, that's a person that's basically like, forget what happened. Why is it that everybody just want to divorce? Like, no, divorce is a symptom. If you're seeing high rates of divorce, it's a symptoms of deeper issues. And men will have to be responsible to finding out what that is. For as long as, if women try to find out what that is for you, they just tell you men has come. Are you happy with that? Right? They just tell you men has come. And we know that it's not that simple, right? Because there's a lot of great men that are trying to do the right thing. They wake up every day trying to do the right thing. As a Nigerian male celebrity, go far place to other African countries and a very good wife, or go to Europe. Leave Nigerian girls alone. They don't love. You see, that's a very lame talking point. I'm going to leave their name alone. But that's a lame talking point. Okay? I don't want to make it about the person. The talking point are lame. This is why the divorce rate will continue to increase. Because the problem, you just want to blame the problem for the problem. Could make sense, right? Right? It doesn't make sense. That's why he told me that men stay. I feel like it's slim though. No, it's not slim. Men that have never been previewed to know other men's story might actually think it's slim too. Again, a lot of our belief system is across the board. There are a lot of men who have never been previewed to a lot of people's story, right? If you know that in Combe, I mean, arguably, women cheat just as much as men. Arguably, okay. You know why it's hard to come out to find that number? Because of the social constructs. Because men, if you try to do that study, they don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that happened to them. It's basically a number that we might never know. Okay. But things are happening. Yep. Okay, it's not apples, oranges is what I meant. Yes. It just depends. Some men see it as their inherent right to cheat and expect the woman to take it so long they provide financially, then they expect the woman to stay. This is only possible because women subscribe to that. Okay? This is only possible because women subscribe to that. You're right, more fresh. But it's only possible because women actually subscribe to that as well. This will be impossible if women did not subscribe. I'm talking about women, including even the wife's sisters, including his sisters, his mother, women in society in general, that would judge a man faster before, for coming out to admit such a abomination, right? Abomination, a taboo. So another person said, I heard she's in the hospital. I don't know what really happened to her. We don't know. Let me make this clear. We still don't know what happened, but it did come out to say some statement. This is some of the things he said before. Let me give you a backstory. So some few days ago, he posted this. Okay, he said, after much reflection and discussion with my family, I have decided to put out this to my fans and well-wishers, that while this is undoubtedly a challenging time for my family on the stories making round on social media of the marital problems my wife and I are having, I am appealing to members of the public to respect my family's privacy this period, and also to kindly request for your utmost understanding, please. Thanks for the love and support. All right. I hope it doesn't mean that we're not going to cover the story. But yes, he has our support. And then the wife came out and said, I'm done officially. God help me. And then, so we know there's a marital crisis of some sort, but we don't know precisely what's going on, right? All right. So this person said, Urobo worry, Isoko men can never make a good husband. Mostly Urobo men, God saved man. That is also a lame statement. We're going to leave the person alone, but that's also a very, very lame statement to make. Why? It's generalization, is oversimplification of very complex issues. And obviously, it is impossible that all of Urobo is, Ola, you don't know these people. Shut the cap, okay? It's impossible.
Stop the cap.
It's impossible. That no is so. What is the word? No is what is it? It's so, I don't know that tribe. What's that tribe? He said Urobo, worry, and Isoko men, they will never make a good husband. This is projection. This person is projecting as usual. Okay, if you don't collect woto from Urobo, worry, and Isoko men, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Jesus is Lord.
But if you keep up that mindset, you go continue to collect.
Sorry.
All right, that is another lame statement to make. Okay, none of these statements are going to help you or anyone else watching it. Now, misery loves company. If anybody has collected woto from another Urobo man, they will come there and say, you're right. In fact, let me see, there's 88 comments under here. Okay, Ruby, before I even continue, Ruby said, being married to an Isoko man for 12 years now, the best decision I've ever taken. I believe it depends on the individual. Share. All right. Now, inside that same 88 comment, somebody is actually tagging the original commenter and said, loud it, please. They said, loud it, please. That means they are agreeing with the person.
Sorry.
And then I guess let me see. I guess some Fumi J. I don't want to mention their name, Jerry. My man is Ijo, but grew up in Lagos and the best man ever. Thank God he no grow for worry. See, that person is on the fence because he didn't grow up for worry. That's why he's a good man. So we should also assume that everybody that grew up in Lagos are some of the greatest husbands in the world. I mean, with that logic, it's safe to assume that, right? These are the problematic statements you're seeing on social media. Okay, this is user generated content. Okay, it's the people themselves, and some people see it and they want to leverage it too. They will create a platform where misery loves company. They will follow the same rhetoric all the time. They will make a lot of money from your misery. Okay, so this person is now on the fence. So this Lagos boy now act a little funny, like, I think the joy inside of this man is coming out small. Anyway, another person says, my husband is fully Yoruba man. While I'm Yoruba, 15 years now and still counting. Marrying him was the best decision of my life. It's not about the tribe. It's about the individual you're marrying. Like, come on. How long are we going to go with the generalization? It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think it's as much though. MOP, I'm so late. Yvette, hello, how are you? Good evening, MOP, Prestige family, with you on replay. Awesome. That's great. Welcome. Worry men don't collect the collector. Just like that. You're right, MOP, especially the women who stay with cheating men. They stay and end up cheating to balance equation or create emotional connection outside. Yep. They call them husband, work husband. Or it's harmless. It's just a chat text. It's just on WhatsApp. I would never see this person ever. It comes in all different forms, and some of them they do end up committing the worst. Okay, so please, we might just never know the numbers. I finally understand what you were telling me earlier on about you, but watched a video from Summer Aku's page. I laughed so hard. Yeah, I also watched Summer. She was laughing so much. I believe he has some real issues. We shall see. Anyway, the comments. Let me see. The comments continues here. I'm still waiting for that public figure that will sort things out or divorce in private. Must y'all bring it here? Well, he made a public statement. He didn't really bring it out. They were dragging it already on social media. That's what he's saying. My papa and my mama still date together, and I saw my case go be. You see that prayer? If that prayer does not involve work, if it's just all about your own version of Holy Spirit and just word of mouth, and there's no work involved, that prayer will collect.
Sorry.
Yeah, that prayer will end up precisely in the poto. Okay, nowadays the pressure is mounting. Just praying and it's not enough. You have to know what you're doing. I think you should agree that you should know what you're doing, right? Yeah, the pressure is mounting.
Everything I do, I will. Pressure to what?
Especially if you're a man, you better know what you're doing. Just because your papa and your mama case looks different from you, first of all, you cannot transplant what they did into this era. That's probably going to work against you too, especially with that mindset. Anyway, after reading the chat he sent to his wife, I'd say she took the best decision for herself. Now, speaking of the chat that she sent to the wife, let me see if I can find that really quickly. Apparently, there's a chat that he sent. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I thought I labeled it. I didn't apparently. Let me see here. Just give me 1 second. So apparently, and then this trigger alert, this chat that apparently is sent to his wife. I might just trigger you, okay? But they have leaked it. Sorry, they have leaked it. So the people on the social media, oftentimes when they are dragging issues, where there's no smoke without fire, right? You ever heard that before? There's no smoke without fire. It's usually because they've seen something. I'm trying to find it though. I'll find it. Hold on, there was some kind of report from November that he married 30 women in one day too. I don't know. That's published somewhere on another news website on. Let me see. Okay, not that one, not that one, not that one. Let me see if it's this one here. So for some reason that particular screenshot is not going viral. Let me see. Okay, maybe it's this one. Let's hope it's this one. Oh no, not this one. Jesus, where is it? Okay, let me try one more. Hopefully it's this one. So there was some kind of chat thing that was leaking that he sent to his wife. Okay, let me see. I'm done officially. Where is the thing now? Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Inside the chat, something to the effect of, okay, and I quote, "I will not be responsible for no more child from you." Okay, so let me read this report by Taiwo Okonlawon on PM News Nigeria. Alexa Perez Gopa, the wife of Nigerian singer Harrison Tare Okiri, popularly known as Harrysong, has insinuated that she is done with her marriage. Report had it that the singer, in a leaked chat, body shamed and insulted his wife for giving birth to baby girls. This is allegedly. In the alleged chat, he said, "I will not be responsible for no more child from you," asking her to abort, to delete a baby, okay, delete a pregnancy. Another chat revealed the wife accusing the singer of having several side chicks, to which he admitted and claimed that they were better than her.
Not be juju be that.
They were better than her. That's what HARRYSONG allegedly said. The purported conversation between the couple sparked several reactions on social media. So I didn't see the screenshot, but I'm just reading on PM News right now. Alexa has now taken to her Instagram page to say she was officially done. All right, so there's clearly a lot going on with that. Let me see if I can see other version of this. Maybe there will be a screenshot somewhere. "I will not be responsible for no more child from you." Now, real juju be that. Show if concerned about me, Soroni. Let me see here. HARRYSONG. All right, so there is no smoke without fire, you know, and generally I don't like to judge people, right? But we can look at some of this behavior and we can say, hey, no wonder. Of course, this kind of marriage can only last for so long, and it shouldn't last. That doesn't mean you can't remarry that person if you guys figure something out later on, but such marriage will not last. Okay, I see some more here. And please, this is the third time I'm repeating this to you. Take off that P word, meaning to delete the baby. Okay? "I will not be responsible for no more child from you. Take it off now. Since you have abandoned my grandmother and refused to cook in the house with the 100K I just sent to you now." 100K. Isn't 100K like $100 now? Interesting. This is getting interestinger. Let me see. You can use that 100K to go take off go and delete the baby. Final. They are way better than you. Fresher. They are way better than you. Fresher, elegant, educated, richer, respected, and more reserved than you. Tighter pussy, standing boobs, plus with better characters and better values. I am the one that chose you. I chose you. I chose you. All right. These are the screenshots. Those are the screenshots right there for you. Wait, is this a post to his estranged wife? Yeah. I'm just getting to the nitty-gritty of the story. I'm just getting there. Pardon me. You know how we do here now. We're rounding up now, right now, by the way. We're rounding up. All right. So in this screenshot, don't carry my grandmother with you. And please, this is the third time I'm repeating this to you. Take off the, you know what? I will not be responsible for no more child from you. Take it off now, since you have abandoned my grandmother and refused to cook in the house with the 100K final. And then hobby. Okay, so she leaked because it says hobby. So he's named hobby on this. LOL. The girls they are pimping for you, are they any better bros? Or the countless girlfriends, are they? And then he says they are way better than you. Fresher, elegant, educator. Okay, gentlemen, remember I don't judge. Okay. You can be this upset. I get it. No text messages. How many times have I said that on this platform? No text messages. No text. When you are dealing with emotionally charged conversations with your spouse, listen, it will happen. But don't do text messages. You need to be patient with yourself and wait until you're in front of that person. Send my 600K borrowed to you, to this account detail. Access Bank. Take Harry Okiri. Drop my phone. Live my life and leave my house in peace. Make something making we start. You gallant. Thank you. I just want to something. Those are the screenshots. The singer had debunked rumors of welcoming twins with his girlfriend, claiming that she had lied about it. Wait, what? He lied about it? What are we talking about here? Alright, there's a lot of trouble going on with this guy's marriage. This marriage should have never happened, obviously. You should do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Brother Patrick said, only immature husband says that. Especially if they're going to put it on the text message that can be munched. That's what they call it. Munch. Is it munching or punching? Munching or punching. They take a screenshot and they share it to a friend that will mercilessly share it with the world. When matter don't scatter for everywhere. There is no smoke without fire. There is always a reason. There's always a reason. Don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing. Precisely what a lot of these people need is to learn how love works and stop telling themselves love is not enough. After I told them, somebody don't show them shiggy. Anyway, that's what's going on. So that's what this person was talking about. After reading the chat he sent to his wife, I'd say she took the best decision for herself. Listen, she did. Because if she stays in that situation, she'll be rewarding bad behavior and there's no incentive to change. The best apology is change behavior, right? He needs to go and work on himself. If those text messages are true, of course. Ministry of Marriage Affairs has to be created to tackle the drastic decline in the marriage industry. What's going on? We're talking about it here now, but I don't want this kind of topic now. Someone said she deleted it a few minutes after. Oh, okay, so she posted it and deleted it a few minutes after. There you have it. You posted and deleted it. Congratulations, you played yourself. Of course, they've taken a screenshot immediately. God, I'm not money hungry. All I ask in a man is someone who is kind, because I threw up reading the things this man sent to his wife. HARRYSONG is a walking red flag. Jeez. This same man that was telling his wife she's no longer sexy after having 3 kids for him, men will stain your white. Odiegu. What is Odiegu again? Something opposite of Odogu, right? Oh Lord. Let me just come to the chat and round up the show. I think we've had enough with that, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot going on there, right? Yeah. There's a lot going on with that, right? So there you have it. There's no smoke without fire. Oh, keep that at the back of your mind always. This is like Nollywood village film. My jaw is on the floor to his wife. I am clenching my invincible pearl necklace. Oh, I'm sorry. I did say I knew there was something like that, but I'm reading it for the first time. I knew that some people said there was some chat, but as I was talking to you guys and I was pausing, I was looking for it, and I'm glad I found it. But those are all alleged. Everything on this show is alleged. We're just taking the screenshots available online. Where is this man? Let me at him. His name is Harrysong. Harrysong is never really come off as a guy who knows what he's doing to me. Not when it comes to real life relationships. Marriage is not your mate. Human beings are not your mate. Emotions no be your mate. Particularly your own emotions no be your mate. So if you're upset, the first thing you need to do is turn off your phone. Because you will say things that you will never be able to take back, especially if you're a celebrity, you're a public figure. If you're a grown man, consider yourself a celebrity. If you're doing well, you collect all the credit. If you're doing badly, it's all your fault. If your family is doing well, you collect all the credit. Your woman do collect credit too, you know. But oftentimes, you get a lot of credit for that, being able to keep your home together. So, and if it falls apart, yes. You go collect what. All right, and that shouldn't be shocking to you. You should expect it. It is what it is. It is what it is. And if any woman sympathizes with you, shout out to her. But she's not gonna help you. She's gonna make matters worse for you. Ola, why are you always dragging women for supporting men?
Oh my days,
For supporting men. No. I didn't mean to drag women. I'm talking to my brothers. Okay? If you tag on to sympathy from women, you go collect. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, D-Love. I appreciate you for helping Natu with sponsoring this show. Thank you so much. And please, I beg, go and support Natu. It's at Qualisa Incorporated. That's her platform. So please, she supports me a lot here. So please go and support her. She sells I always forget what she called the RTW. What is that again? Anyway, business and casual perfume oils, shoes, accessories. My wife supports her and she enjoys the product a lot. So go check them out at qualisa.inc. All right, great. We're just going to leave it at that today. I'm sure there will be more that we can't finish all the story in one day. There will be more that will be coming from the Harrysong thing as time goes on. But clearly, there's no smoke without fire. That man, he's committed some atrocities. And because of that, probably for the last 6 months to a year, probably more than half of the 2 years of the marriage, he has been collecting water. It is what it is. Sorry. No guarantees, okay? If you cheat, your woman, if she stays with you, you go collect more. That's all that's going to happen. That's all that is going to be. That's not necessarily a good thing. You are being incentivized for bad behavior. You're going to think, oh, she's staying, she's doing the right thing. After all, she's endured, she's such a good one. And you're not paying attention. Okay? You're probably missing out a big deal. That marriage is probably not healthy. Okay? Because she cannot pour from an empty cup, So, can you redeem it? Yes, you need to crumble everything down. You need to demolish everything down to ground zero and rebuild all the way back up. With or without her. With or without him. That's all I have for you today. Again, thank you so much, Natu and D-Love, for the donations. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.